Welcome to Some Topic, the podcast where two dangerously underqualified individuals tackle an ever-changing buffet of subjects we have no business discussing. From global politics to ghost squirrels, nothing is off limits, and nothing is properly researched. We are your hosts, two voices with microphones, a Wi-Fi connection, and just enough confidence to sound like we know what we're talking about. Spoiler, we don't. But that's never stopped anyone with a podcast before, and we refuse to be the first. Every week, we plunge headfirst into topics both serious and stupid, usually at the same time, armed only with sarcasm, caffeine, and a dangerous overestimation of our own coherence. Whether it's philosophy, politics, pop culture, or paranormal rodents, we approach each subject like two raccoons who broke into the Library of Alexandria, knocked over a torch, and now insist the fire was enlightenment. Our findings? Improvised. Our sources? Suspect. Our method? Whatever we yanked from our asses while marching proudly up the hill of stupidity, ready to fall honorably in the fog of ego, ontological confusion, and the blood-slick ruins of abandoned discourse. It's too late to turn back now. Your descent has begun. And we, your casually deranged hosts, will guide you in style straight through the crumbling ruins of reason. Listener discretion is enthusiastically advised. This podcast contains strong language, stronger delusions, and a persistent disregard for intellectual safety. If you're easily offended, chronically literal, or spiritually fragile, please relax your chakras, unclench whatever needs unclenching, and consider yelling at a tree instead. This is not journalism. This is not education. This is comedy. This is play. This is Some Topic.
You think they heard it?
Did the light in your microphone light up?
I don't know.
That's a pretty binary signal of yes or no they heard it.
I don't think they heard it.
Yep, lit up on mine.
Okay, so they heard it.
Yep,
That's our evening
water.
drinks of water, H2O.
Yes.
So,
It's a mixer.
it's a mixer.
It's frozen water mixed with warm water.
That sounds fucking awful.
Also known as ice water.
Wonderful. All right. Guess what the topic for tonight is?
Oh. Well, the interns won't talk to me, so I'm guessing it's something that has to do with intelligence. Because they only talk to me when it has to do with fiction or history.
Well, considering that every episode you've ever come up with is history-based, and it's not retarded. That's not the right word.
No,
It's fun.
It's historically retarded.
Historically retarded? All right.
Yeah, it's historically accurate enough to more or less fit within the scene, but, you know, I'm also retarded. So, it's historically retarded. Or am I historically retarded?
I think you just said historically retarded 8 times.
I'm sure it was, let's add an extra, historically retarded. So am I just historically retarded?
Can we get the coons to math this real quick? Like, can they rewind and tell us how many times you said that?
Oh yeah, they easily can in post. So we'll go through that later.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so do you have a guess or not?
Oh, I have no guest. Oh, guess?
Yes,
Oh,
guess.
guest. I was about to say,
There's
I'm
no
right in front of
tea.
you. There's nobody beside me. I don't have a guest, unless you're talking about my split personalities. But Samantha's not available today. Now.
Why are you a cross-dresser?
Because every straight man should have one character immediately in their repertoire anytime they need to make fun of gay people, lesbians, or otherwise throw on a wig.
Is there something you want to tell me? Like, there's Samantha drag shows somewhere in this
Come on,
area?
maybe, but it's not me. Samantha's a common name.
Oh, okay.
Samantha's a very common name. The Samantha show is probably, I'm sure if I Googled it, there'd be 4 different versions of it.
Okay, so we're talking about Bill Nye today. That was the guess that you
Oh, so you didn't let me guess. Okay.
You guessed Samantha.
No, I was just saying. I know it's not my split personality, Samantha, as our guest star.
You're retarded.
You wanted me to guess what the topic was. So it's Bill Nye.
You literally put the retarded, historically retarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dated back to 1997.
We don't... Like, is that...
Or 96 or 5.
We don't
somewhere in there.
We don't.
Okay. Dated back to the 1990s.
Okay.
So this topic's on Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Right.
That one guy from back in the day.
Are we going to
critique his shitty animations in his VCH in his tapes, or what are we gonna?
Okay. So for anyone who grew up in the 90s, Bill Nye the Science Guy wasn't just a show. It was an event. You'd walk into class, see the TV cart rolled in, and knew you were about to get 30 minutes of explosions, beakers, and one of the most iconic theme songs in kids' TV history.
Oh, it was always the best nap for me because they'd roll out those blackout curtains and everything. You could just pass out in that class.
Do you even know what the theme song is?
Well, it has something to do with Bill, and then Bill Nye, and then like 17 more Bills, and then Bill Nye the Science Guy like 4 times in a row with different auto-tune, and that's about it.
I mean, it's actually very accurate for a guy who slept through all of the episodes.
Oh, I couldn't fall asleep before the intro.
Bill.
Yeah,
Bill.
it's just if he was talking about something I didn't care about, then I went to sleep.
Okay. So Bill, he was fun, loud, and unapologetically goofy. But he snuck science into the entertainment in a way that teachers loved and kids didn't roll their eyes at, except Samantha, who slept through the fucking class. It was a rare case of a show that made the mitochondria cool and Newton's laws something you actually remembered. Do you even know Newton's laws?
Something about physics.
Wow, you were dumb as fuck.
Am I wrong?
Okay,
I'm not wrong.
Google knows
It's
it.
about physics, is it not? Well, you just said Newton.
Yes.
Isn't there Newton's first law of physics? Isn't that like
Of motion.
Oh, well, same, whatever. Motion, physics, momentum, velocity, vector, it's all the same.
It's not. You're dumb. Keep drinking your hot
With
water.
both direction and magnitude, my friend.
Oh, wonderful.
Direction and magnitude.
Okay. Here's the thing about nostalgia, which is you and I both know, Bill Nye, instant nostalgia. It can be tricky. Looking back, the question is how much of what Bill Nye taught still holds up today? Some of it aged beautifully. The basics of physics and chemistry are solid, but some of it's outdated, oversimplified, or even flat out wrong in light of modern science.
Pluto is not a planet.
Pluto is a dog.
Not talking about Goofy.
We're not-
Or the movie where his wife was super fucking hot.
What movie are you talking about?
The Goofy movie where his son goes to college and
Oh,
skateboarder?
okay. So in actual canon, Goofy's wife is a cow.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
So, and that's
Them
not the
udders,
wife.
baby.
No, thank you.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I love it.
Give me more cowbell, baby.
Yeah.
Throwback if any
And Pluto-
musicians know where
and
that's
Pluto-
from.
Pluto was the dog
Yeah,
for Mickey.
yeah.
It has nothing to do with Goofy.
I know, but Goofy's also a dog, and there's a good long while, I don't know, probably like 10, 15 years ago, where the online Reddit debates were, is Goofy the same breed as Pluto?
Is he?
And if so, is Pluto actually Goofy's father?
So why did Pluto never fucking talk?
Dude, I can't remember that many years ago. I don't remember.
All right, we'll
Look it up on Reddit, my friends. You will learn.
This will be another.
And by learn, I mean there's probably a whole lot of Rule 34 links, and don't click on them.
But Rule 35, click on those.
Yeah. Or 32. 32 is fine.
Or what about 29?
No, 32 is an actual U.S. code.
What about the hesitant 69?
The hesitant?
I don't know. Someone.
Oh, that's somebody who needs to get off the film set if they're hesitating.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we should do
No
it.
quitters in my porno.
We accept spitters, swallowers, but no quitters.
Exactly. Because what if you're going to spit it in another woman's mouth? And that's fine.
We need to do an episode
You just can't
on...
spit it out.
Ugh. We just need to do an episode on like Reddit deep dives and just
No. That is already so explicit and pornographic that if you ask me to do anything on Reddit, I don't care what it is, the amount of filth that I will be able to find in about 5 minutes is not acceptable for this podcast.
Okay, you have
For the children.
It'll be a
Now, if our listeners ever want us to do that, then we can do a live deep dive episode of Reddit.
Oh, what?
And they can see just how I find all these things.
He just goes on Pornhub and looks at the comment section.
No, my subreddit list in the Reddit app is just astronomically long.
Probably fucked up too.
No, only like maybe 7% are pornographic. The other 93%.
7%. Okay, I would have thought it would have been higher.
So no, because back when I was in high school, Reddit had a different app that they used instead, and I forget exactly what the Reddit app was called, but it was something slightly different from just Reddit. There was the Reddit app where you could see the lists, the forums, and everything else. And there was some other smaller app from Reddit where you could just see memes, pictures, GIFs, stuff like that.
Is that where iFunny came from?
Well, iFunny is Russian.
Is it?
Yeah, their servers are all Russian-based. And I'm pretty sure it was developed by a Russian company.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So iFunny kind of took over that whole scene in a whole different way. But Reddit's also where you just find a whole lot of those gross, in-your-face people. Like, doesn't matter if they're gay, doesn't matter if they're bi, doesn't matter if they're straight. You will just find all, like, your keyboard warriors live in Reddit. But anyways, this app was, like, specifically just for, like, memes, GIFs, all that shit. But it was all specifically from Reddit. You could select different Reddit subthreads and everything else, and it was fantastic. So instead of just pages of links and text, it was all pictures.
So we just do an episode on Reddit deep dives.
No.
Sam edition.
I'm telling you why we won't do this.
Oh, well, you just said.
I just said back in high school they had a different app. There was 2 apps. They don't have that app anymore. Trust me, I have searched through it time and time again every time I get a new phone. It's still on one of my old phones, but I'm waiting for it to finally not be supported and not work anymore. But anyways, it's on the phone that's next to my toilet, if that tells you anything. It's the only waterproof phone that I have left where I can watch South Park in the shower. Now, so high school me was obviously a very horny child. Did not matter that my girlfriend literally lived in the same building as I did during school. I was just a horny child. I didn't have that many times to run into town, grab coffee so she'd blow me. So
weren't we all horny in high school?
I don't know. Okay, I at least was draining my balls daily. We'll put it that way.
Don't we all drain our balls daily?
No. Do you realize how many young men just might masturbate once a week? And even then, their heart's not in it?
To the viewers out there that don't do this.
I masturbated 8 times last night for the record.
Masturbate daily. Maybe don't
it's healthy.
Chronically masturbate.
Yeah, not 8 times. 8 times is not healthy.
I think if it was 10, that's a problem.
Look, anytime that you're sore and swollen for a few hours, it's probably too much.
When it hurts, you should stop and see your doctor.
Look, I write some fantastic erotic novels. What do you want from me? Now,
when?
Anyways, circling back.
When? No.
It's a time that you will never know. Now,
I want to
circling back to high school me. No, you don't. These are like very specific to like, not in the, I see that glint in your eyes, so not in the way of furries and gays. Look, this is just very specific into the dom sub category.
With furries, belts, and...
No. Belts, yes. Furries, no.
Tiggers, oh my?
No. Tiggers, chiggers, and... Oh my? No. It's not that.
I saw where you're going with that one, though.
If I could remember the rest of the Dave Chappelle skit, I would have said all of it, but I can't remember enough of it, so it would probably just come across as racist.
It's not racist if we quote it to Dave Chappelle.
I know, but I can't remember the rest of the sentence. I'm pretty sure it was when he was doing his black white supremacist thing.
He is black.
I know, but he was doing a skit on a blind black man who somehow became the leader of the KKK. Now, anyways, circling back to high school me. Now, high school me was a horn dog that was stuck in the mountains in Colorado at a boarding school, and my live-in girlfriend didn't put out that often, and if I ever wanted my dick sucked, I had to buy her a specific coffee from a specific coffee shop in town. And I was a high schooler. It's not like I had a car that I could just go into town every day and get coffee. And people might have noticed the pattern if I'm always buying one coffee just for her, not me, and then we disappear for 7 minutes.
Have you ever heard of Uber Eats?
That didn't exist back then.
How do you know? If you never tried.
I mean, Google it. When was Uber Eats a thing? This was, 2013 and 2015. So anyways, during this time period, of course I had a phone. And of course I had internet. And of course I had data plans. And so the sheer number of subreddits that I have, the reason it's only 7% is I only had like a year or two of using that app and adding different subcategories and subreddits.
Well, you said 2007?
No. Anywhere between 2013 2015 was when I was doing this.
Oh. Yeah, you're a dumbass.
When was Uber Eats a thing?
2014 of August.
Yeah. Do you really think that high school me had a card or even knew about that app or even did anything to it? Yet alone that it was in the small town in Colorado that I was in.
Look, you had rich daddy problems.
Yeah, I know. That's why he sent me away from school. Anyways. So it's only 7% because I only had it for like 2 years. And I did have an active fuck toy at the time. So it didn't matter. So I used it a couple of times while we were on different trips or in different countries or whatever. And so like maybe 7% of the subcategories, subreddits that I have saved in that app are pornographic in nature, but the other 93% are really obscure. Some of it's 50-50. Everybody, if you don't know what Reddit 50-50 is, click on it. Believe me, half of you will love it. Now,
really, with them odds, I don't know.
I know, right? How could we go wrong? Half of you will like it, half of you will throw up. Who cares? A little trauma's good for life. A little bit of spice, a little paprika on it.
Paprika?
Yeah. Not smoked, just normal.
Why would I not use
paprika?
Why, just go with the
Fuck
classic.
you, I'm going to unsmoke your paprika. Stop talking.
Why would you not go with the classic? Pepper and salt.
No.
You get a steak.
Number one,
nothing.
I'm not Beelzebub. I don't give a fuck about salting the earth. And number two,
I'm assaulted.
Pepper is basic and should only be used in sprays.
Then spray that shit.
But I already have pepper spray.
Hey, look, there's free the nipple.
You know, for our
spice.
listeners, they don't know, we just went on a company retreat last weekend, and I completely forgot to pepper spray your eggs in the morning.
I fucking hate you.
Honestly, if you do it right, it's fucking delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you do it before or after you cook them?
I mean, they're technically cooked when you do it, but they're still in the pan. It's like right at the tail end. When you're sprinkling in your chives, you're sprinkling in whatever else. If you're going to throw cheese on it, you throw cheese on it. It's right at that tail end. Where if you do a quick just swiping spray, as if you were spraying a suspect across the forehead, if you just did a quick swiping spray,
Allegedly.
You think you like Tabasco sauce and sriracha?
I love Tabasco sauce.
OC spray, I'm telling you, it probably because it's supposed to hurt. it's entirely different.
How many times have you experimented with this?
Only like 4 or 6 times. How often am I cooking outside with eggs? I'm not going to use pepper spray inside. I don't feel like crying. That's what onions are for. I'm only going to use it when I'm cooking outside.
I think the viewers just heard.
Now, don't use bear mace.
What? Has
extra additives in it that just straight up your throat hurts.
You're going to be shitting the brick. Got it.
Oh, no matter what, you're going to hate your life when you're shitting.
Interesting.
Dude, OC literally stands for oleanoid capsaicin. Like, it is the most distilled, potent chemical spice that you can create on Earth.
And does it actually work on bears?
Yeah.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Personal
Would you like for me to use?
Well,
we'll do that later on.
I've been.
We'll do once the YouTube channel grows, we'll do a live demonstration. I'll let you spray me, and then I'll spray you.
That sounds painful.
It fucking sucks, dude.
Why the fuck would we do that?
Well, because you've never been pepper sprayed, so you have to do it.
And
I'm going to do it because
worse?
Solidarity. No, I'll do the bear mace. So you can do the normal OC spray.
That's still not
So I'll
good.
put it this way. Chlorine does not hurt as much in your eye as pepper spray does. Bleach does not hurt as much in your eye as pepper spray does.
I'm used to chlorine.
A tiny thin bristle off of a wire brush does hurt more in your eye than pepper spray does.
But
that's about it.
Fucking awful.
Anyways, continue on.
While we're fucking at it, we might as well get tasered.
Yeah, that's fine. I got you covered.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Do we release that video?
You prefer an X2 or you prefer an X27?
Which is more or less painful?
I mean, one of them has a little bit more control, so I can turn it off faster.
Oh.
The other one, you're just going for the ride.
I guess I need a shit before we do this.
Oh, no, your ass won't be able to release.
Oh, it's going to pucker that way. Good.
Yeah. So, imagine the timing of a strobe light, and then put that into full body cramps.
Ugh.
That's, in short, what being tased is like if they get a good spread on the prongs.
Interesting.
Your whole body just
Now, question.
spasming and fucking... And, like, even my memory of it, every time that I've been zapped, even my memory of it is, like, distinctly shuttered. Like, there's different frames that my brain remembers of it. And each of them is with that tick and pulse. And I can hear that tick. If I hear that tick ever again in life, I'm probably just going to punch something in the vague direction of that ticking noise.
God.
Either way, continue, Mr. Bill Nye Science Guy.
I'm not Bill. I'm Nick.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
That's actually pretty accurate.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like, do I need to get louder?
Guy math.
Look, at the point where the whole table was shaking, I stopped, okay? It's not my weight, it's just my enthusiasm.
All right.
Get on with your episode, good sir.
So, going back before we went on that tangent, that's pretty on par for...
I mean, you didn't believe me that only 7% of my subreddits are pornographic in nature.
We can math this out. It's not hard. But getting back on topic.
Okay, maybe it's like 7 out of 20.
Getting back on topic, on here on some topic, where we went on
Yes.
another topic for
So
this
circling
topic,
back to our primary topic.
some topic. It doesn't erase the impacts of what Bill Nye had.
What doesn't erase the impact? You
His-
might have to reread the last paragraph. If I don't remember, I'm sure our listeners definitely don't remember.
Look, how much of what Bill Nye taught still holds up today?
God.
Some of it's outdated, oversimplified, and even flat out wrong in light of modern science. That doesn't erase the impact he had, though it does open up a discussion. When science education is designed for kids, where do you draw the line between accuracy and accessibility? So that's the question I'm posing here.
That's
What do
a
you-
good one.
What do you think?
Where would I draw the line for entertainment purposes or educational purposes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm guessing we're still
it's-
trying to target the elementary school crowd, middle school crowd,
Yeah, and
prepubescent humans.
I didn't have it a lot in high school. Bill Nye was very much...
Oh, there was just like a certain era where that rollout screen was there and it was there. So no, I get what you mean. There was like a distinct few years where videos were just a thing in school,
Oh, yeah.
and then it never was again. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Well, it was always VHS, and then they went to DVD, and then it became Netflix.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, not everybody grew up.
Look, we didn't have a smart
Colorado.
touch board or anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, at that school, we didn't have a smart touch board, but
Well,
at my other schools where I was actually watching Bill Nye, yeah, we also had smart touch boards.
I also
and
knew that this would be a topic that
illumination
you would,
screens.
Oh,
and
Lord.
drop-down projectors.
Shut the fuck up. Minions are not a thing on this podcast.
Bro, our school had way too much money.
I know.
It's a fucking shame.
Rich people problems.
Religious rich people problems, yeah.
Religion. All right, answer the question.
Okay, so now that I've stalled successfully for the last 3 minutes,
3 minutes. You've been going on for 20 minutes about fucking the 7% of pornography on your goddamn...
yeah, but now this is the 3 minutes on top of the 20 minutes.
Oh!
So, now that I've wasted 24 minutes, I'm going to give it a good 10 seconds to reach a full 25 of wasted time for you. Anyways.
When do I tell him that it's not 25 minutes exact? Just fucking talk.
I don't know, whenever you feel like shattering my hopes and my dreams.
Your dreams are shattered. Your hopes scattered. The stars are nothing more than an illusion.
And I have dry balls. So dry, they turn to dust.
Illumination.
Oh my god, where was that?
That's from the Minions. When they,
the Minions.
when they go and they basically say, "Oh."
Yeah. Anyways, that's a really unique thing because I was trying to figure out what that other company that was also making both historical and scientific VHS tapes at the time was, but I just can't remember. I know it had a swimming shark that swam through like the National Geographic symbol, even though it wasn't done by National Geographic.
We're not talking Magic School Bus, are we?
No. That's how rich my school was. We didn't watch Magic School Bus because that was for poor people.
Oh, do enlighten us. Fucking enlighten us.
It was something. Anyways. No, it's a really unique thing because you have to keep young minds entertained. And you have to make it visually enticing enough to keep their attention. But also, how do you interdispose a couple of different, tidbits of knowledge? Well, as we all know, unfortunately, musics and jingles, they work way too well.
Bill.
That too. I only passed 7th grade math because my teacher kept making up rap songs for the different equations in algebra. Like, that's the only reason I passed.
That's not...
So when you're drawing the line, especially for prepubescent children, dude, it's tricky. If you're not going to go the comedic route, which is a waste of time in my opinion, because 90% of your show is jokes and then 10% is actual fact, everybody will remember the punchlines, nobody will remember the knowledge.
Well...
Or do you go so over the top, Magic School Bus and animation, to where nobody remembers anything anyways because they were just watching cool animations?
Dude, the only thing I remember about Magic School Bus is the sperm episode.
I might have seen like 2 episodes, but I have seen more robot chicken spoofs of the Magic School Bus than I have actual episodes of the Magic School Bus.
That tracks. That fucking tracks.
So that's a unique question. That's a weird place to kind of draw the line. I think Bill Nye did a good job in terms of he was funny enough and goofy enough, and they used the fisheye lens almost all the time when it was just Bill on screen.
Yeah, I think he did.
When they would use, and that was just enough distortion and interesting things in the background to keep children entertained. Mm-hmm. And then when he would do the actual experiments or teach the actual portion of the lesson, it was more of a, here's a table, here's a desk, here's whatever we're working with, and that's perfect. So no, I think the line should be drawn pretty much right where Bill drew it. He did just fine.
Okay. So then you don't think that...
I wish they had gotten a real scientist, because that broke my heart when I learned he was a liar.
Well, okay. So a little background on Bill.
He's a liar, I know.
No, Bill Nye wasn't just some random TV clown that Disney cooked up, which I didn't know. I think it was a Disney thing.
Was he Disney?
I think he was. At least based off of my research.
Oh, but this was racist Disney. We're fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Back when the black were...
Because modern Disney is... It's a whole thing.
Well, yes. Transgender.
But racist Disney was...
So, he was a legit mechanical engineer at Boeing in Seattle. He even invented a hydraulic resonance suppressor tube that's still used in the Boeing 747s. Mm-hmm. The unfortunate part about that statement is 747s kind of crash a lot more than any other plane.
Well, no. That is strictly because of DEI hires. They've done the investigations because that... Blame the people hired because of how they looked.
Can be confirmed
yes.
From some topics. Analysis. Coons. The coon analysis.
Analytical coons.
Analytical. So...
Also known as our ACR 130s. Analytical coon raccoon 130s.
Before Bill Nye was teaching us about inertia with bowling balls, he was literally making airplanes fly. That's not a joke. He had patents on all of that type of stuff.
So he was an engineer, not a scientist.
Yes, but then came the twist, stand-up comedy. Bill Nye started moonlighting at comedy clubs, and his blend of nerd humor and goofy props eventually landed him on Almost Live, a local Seattle sketch show. That's where the science guy character was born. The bit clicked, Disney noticed, and by 1993, boom, we had Bill Nye the Science Guy. 5 seasons, 100 episodes, apparently 19 Emmy
nominations, yeah?
Awards.
Awards?
He got the awards.
Holy shit, 19 of them?
Apparently.
And all he did was a educational TV show.
Yeah, it was 100 episodes.
Nice shit, dude.
He wasn't just a kids' TV host.
Anybody reaching double digits on Emmys, like, good shit. That's all.
I mean, I don't have an Emmy.
I mean, double digits of any award, good shit. Means you know what you're doing.
Apparently, fuck. And honestly, Bill Nye was the original science influencer. Before YouTube slime experiments or TikTok chemistry hacks, he was pulling goofy stunts in a lab coat to grab attention. He blended engineering chops with dad jokes, and somehow it worked. He was proof that you could actually make science cool, or at least cool enough to keep a classroom of 12-year-olds awake. Allegedly, Samantha was asleep, so I don't know how true that statement is.
Samantha didn't exist back then. I didn't invent that character yet.
Oh, sure.
I only invented that character in 2019 for a bachelorette party I went to. I was the chauffeur.
Good for you.
Samantha was a hit that night, by the way.
Were they all drunk, or were you wearing...
Oh, we were... Sorry, I was the chauffeur. I was sober.
I was like, where the fuck was I? I don't remember this night.
Did I know you in 2019?
Maybe. I don't know.
I know we would have either met in like December of 19 or like January of 20. Either way, who gives a shit?
I have no idea, man. So here's a question. When you weren't sleeping in class, did you actually learn something from Bill Nye? Or was it just a no
Not
homework
from Bill
day?
Nye. Again, we watched Bill Nye as a reward in library class because he was not accurate in his teachings.
Accurate in what way?
So it's not that he wasn't accurate enough. He wasn't descriptive enough. The things that we were focused on in class were just more detailed, I guess, is the only way to put it. He just didn't go in depth in a lot of stuff. He did a great job about spreading general knowledge and covering the basics, and all of that stuff was fantastic. But the courses we were taking at the time, we needed more information than Bill Nye could supply. So Bill Nye was a reward, because guess what? Now you don't have to do classwork. You can just watch this video. I can't remember what that other manufacturer of VHS tapes were, of educational tapes were.
Do our viewers even know what the fuck a VHS is?
Describe it to them. I'm going to see if I can find that company.
Okay. So back in the day, when you didn't have Netflix and you couldn't go on your fucking Xbox, your fucking nice smart TV, or you couldn't have your AI assistant be like, hey, turn on Netflix, or hey, turn on Hulu, or hey, turn on Crunchyroll, because you wanted to get your nice little anime titty porn going on, soft porn, of course, you had VHS tapes. All they were was they took black film, they would take the images of whatever was being filmed, and they would put it on that film, like the old-timey kind of pictures that they would go back and forth in those black rooms when they did pictures off of, what do they fucking call that? I mean, they're cameras, but they were specific fucking cameras. There were specific...
Are you talking about, like, the original, like, foil tin and copper-plated photos?
Those!
Okay.
And so you'd have to wait a fucking minute just to get them going, just to know what kind of pictures they were. And you'd have to go to a dark room, and, you know, it's a good place to fuck, but, you know, back in the day, that's just where you did that. So anyhow, you end up going in, and you just, you stick it into the VHS player, and that black tape goes around two different cylindrical points, and it starts to play. And so that image is transcribed onto those big fucking plasma TVs. Like, those fuckers weighed like 150 pounds. I remember I had to just drag those motherfuckers from house to house whenever we played Black Ops Zombies back in the day. And it was snowing one afternoon, and it was just ice on the sidewalk, and the only way we got it from house A to house B, we had to just take it through the grass. It has nothing to do with this story. The raccoons are just busy fucking thinking right now, and they're taking their sweet ass fucking time.
Well, no. So did
the raccoons figure it out?
So here's the hard thing.
Did the raccoons figure it out?
Well, no. So the information that I've provided our unpaid interns is it's an early 2000s educational kids show that was only shown on VHS tapes in school. Everything I'm seeing is like Blue's Clues, is Bill Nye, is Magic School Bus, is all these TV shows, but it's not like I don't know why it's so hard to remember, because I know it's not National Geographic, but it was something national something, and you know the National Geographic logo. It was a very similar logo, and like I remember in the opening title sequence, a shark swam through the window. Like that was part of their opening title sequence to these educational VHS tapes, and I can't.
You know what? Here's what we'll do.
Who gives a fuck?
We'll have our viewers just Tell us.
Oh, I'm sure they'll tell me.
And they'll be like,
I'm sure they'll find out in 5 minutes. Be like, oh, you're dumb. It's like, well, yes, because I need to see. So while I'm searching for this, I'm searching images, and I'm having our interns search up and show me images, and the images are literally just VHS tapes on carpet. It's like, well, that doesn't help me at all because that doesn't show me the title sequence to know if it's the right one. So I'm sure my interns will get back to me eventually.
So you had said earlier that Bill Nye was wrong.
Yeah.
This is what I've got on it.
Well, just not detailed.
Well, okay.
But the fact that he wasn't a scientist, he was an engineer explaining sciencey things, makes sense.
Correct.
You know, slightly different nomenclature, different slang. I get it.
So,
And I guess my teacher just had, you know, a few thorns up all of their asses about Bill Nye.
well,
Heaven forbid their students smiled. If you smiled, there was a problem in school.
heaven forbid you enjoy school.
Oh, it was a problem if you smiled. You do not smile in class.
That explains a lot about your personality.
Oh, you should see my work ethic.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's the only ethics I have. It's not fucked. It's exceptional.
Exceptionally fucked.
But it's so exceeding in its girth that it pushes everything else away from my life.
Interesting.
Anyways, continue on.
So everything about Bill Nye did not age well. Some of Bill's science feels
Did I really just say that work ethic can have girth?
Look, man, I don't
The
know.
shit you let me say, I get concerned about sometimes. Anyways, continue about Bill Nye.
Dude, the Post will bleep it out.
Oh, they won't bleep it.
Oh, I know they won't.
Yeah, they'll just remove it and stick it in a highlight reel of stupid shit Sam says.
Or I'll just make sure they keep it in, and because
As
it's funny.
stupid shit that Sam... Well, you know what? Since you run our whole editing department, yeah, you get to choose how much of what I say stays or doesn't.
I know, it's fun.
I need to bribe those squirrels more.
Yeah, bribe the squirrels more.
Well, because the surveillance squirrels.
Not to be confused
Yeah.
with the pigeons,
Oh, I don't
flying
own
rats?
the pigeons.
the flying rats.
Yeah, I don't own the pigeons.
Yeah, the government does.
Yeah, I have the squirrels. And they just didn't warn me last time you were working with interns without me here. Anyways, continue.
I have my methods.
It's not that hard to talk to somebody when somebody else is not present. Sorry.
Ancient
I know
Chinese
your
secret.
method is texting them the you up text at 3 a.m. But still.
It's fine. So some of Bill's science feels straight up outdated now. Okay? His dinosaur episodes, for example, they skipped the whole many dinosaurs had feathers thing that modern paleontology has uncovered. His climate timelines were sometimes...
I thought he did say that they were more closer related to birds because of their hollowed bones.
Yeah, but it's
than
the,
they were.
it's the feather aspect. That
Oh,
was
okay.
a recent development.
I mean, it's fairly, yeah.
It's
Historically
like,
speaking.
Like it's fucking...
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Nye was 20 years, 30 now, so yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Fuck, we're old.
30 years.
His climate timelines were sometimes overly dramatic, predicting rapid outcomes that haven't exactly matched today's data.
Disney wanted money.
On top of that, he presented science as way too black and white. Real science is messy, full of uncertainty, conflicting studies, and revisions. Nye made it feel like gospel.
That's fair. He
The
did. That's
over-
probably why my teachers didn't want me to watch him.
Religion, it's a tricky thing.
No, because he was just so black and white. There was no room for discussion or other thoughts or anything else.
Yeah, that bastard. What about the yellows? What about the reds? What about the purples?
Yeah.
So, the oversimplification issue was tricky. On one hand, you don't want to bury kids in cavities. On the other, I don't know why the fuck I'm comparing...
Bury kids in cavities, okay.
Yeah, it's
Didn't realize tooth cavities could get so large, but all right, continue. If Bill said it, must be true.
if it's a fucking dinosaur...
I will say, I did see a few schoolyard fights over Bill Nye stuff.
I think my notes say caveats, but we're going with cavities.
Continue.
I'm really proud of you right now.
I'm not. I'm
Or-
very happy I didn't get a splitter in my tongue, but I'm not proud of myself.
Well,
For the viewers who can't picture this, our table is particle board, and I decided to just look up a spill. And it's a good thing I didn't get a splinter in my tongue
of hot water.
with frozen water.
And he did it again. When viewers grow up and realize that some of the lessons
really good
weren't-
adhesives in this stuff.
You're welcome. I sprayed it with a hydrophobic spray that's probably toxic.
I don't know what that means.
To human consumption. When viewers grow up and realize that some of the lessons weren't the full picture, it can feel like the science lied. That fuels skepticism later in life. Bill's strength was making things digestible, but sometimes at the cost of accuracy. Still, you could argue oversimplification was the point, which leads back to my earlier question to you. Accuracy over
Entertainment.
entertainment.
Right.
He wasn't trying to teach college level nuances. He was trying to keep 5th graders interested. Although arguably I was probably in the 6th grade when I saw this motherfucker, but whatever. And that's where the debate...
So he's trying to keep a whole bunch of teenage boys just soft enough to pay attention. Got it.
It wasn't like the Pope where he touched little boys. It's all right.
Well, no, he kept you soft, not hard. So.
Exactly. He kept the science hard.
And your cock soft. Hey kids, welcome to 5th grade science class. Today I'm going to keep your cock soft and your science hard. Now that's an entry.
That's
an entrance.
That's a fucking bar. So, the question I pose to you, is it better to teach simplified truths or risk losing kids entirely by being too precise? And so the question that I'm posing here comes with the understanding that science is ever changing. It is not...
Well, it is. It's the nature of science.
It is, well, yeah, it's not a... It's fluid in nature, as all kind of topics as humans discover. Like, everybody knows the principle of gravity, and gravity is, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Right, but not everybody knows how gravity manipulates and warps around stars and black holes and all that other shit.
So, is it better to simplify truths for your viewers, or is it better to lose kids entirely by being too precise with what you had at the time? So the information currently at that point in history.
For the first time in my life, I might actually advocate for a viewer discretion warning.
So what, Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Yeah, just simply, and it could be in the credits at the end. Who gives a shit? Just some statement, either at the beginning, either at the beginning or the end, just simply saying that science is an ever developing and growing field, and some things might change with our growing knowledge. Well, that would have solved. We wouldn't have a topic today if they had done that.
No, we'd have some topic.
Yeah, but we would not. Because if they had warned us, then I never would have bitched at you like a month and a half ago about how wrong Bill Nye was.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
But they didn't put that warning there. So then I bitched like a month and a half ago, and here we are today.
So should they put that on every science-y thing?
When it's specifically for childhood education, I wish they would do this with history books too. Because history always changes with whatever you can actually uncover and find. History is only ever written...
history?
No, history is only ever written by the victors.
Correct.
So any amount of history. I don't care if you're talking about current events. I don't care if you're talking about world politics, world histories, anything else. I understand that there needs to be a balance in between... I told you to memorize this thing happened on this date. As opposed to, I told you to memorize this thing might have, maybe, sort of, kind of happened on this date, but here's this article that says it actually happened on this other date. Now, in those two contexts, obviously, we kind of have to draw it in and dumb it down and, again, boil it down and get the meat and potatoes out of it all. And that's fine. If they would just have a simple little sticker on the fucking book, or a fucking little flash thing at the bottom of the title sequence. Anything. Any brief 5-second reminder that this is a field that is ever growing and changing. And the facts that you find within this textbook might change in a few years. I bet if I pulled out a bunch of my old textbooks, almost all of them would be wrong, historically speaking. Especially ones that say Pluto's a planet.
I mean, Pluto's a dog. That allegedly
my code book, my Missouri code book, the 2019 code that I was learning when I was in the academy immediately changed, and the 2019 code had like 2019-C all of a sudden for the legal code and traffic code.
That tracks.
Like,
Why would it
so
ever
just
be
like with
fucking
everything
easy?
else, ever, just a simple 5-second indication that some of these facts may change over time. That would immediately take a child's perspective of this is the fact, the only fact, and must be the fact, and I will die for this fact, to this is the current knowledge, but I might find something better.
So let me
That
pose a
I feel is
question.
more productive for growth in education.
Well, I mean, all of that's good. But let me pose a question. What do you think you got right?
Bill Nye?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we're talking about him, aren't we?
Well, yeah. So
I mean, we're talking about it, so it happened, right?
it must have been a topic. Some would say
Oh my God, no.
this is a.
I mean,
punchline.
yes, but no.
This is a punchline. Say the
Some
fucking
would
thing.
say it's some topic.
There you go. You gotta say it so fucking miserably too.
But if I don't really bleed misery, will our listeners really understand how much I hate you?
Well, I hate you too, buddy.
Well, yeah.
So
Again, you're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
fucking hate how that's your go-to line.
So in summary, I don't hate you as a person. I just fucking hate you.
Interesting you should say that. So for all the roasting to segue into this next fucking section.
So it's entirely impersonal. Has nothing to do with you. I just fucking...
You're fucking dick. So for all the
I
roasting,
so hope I could find a real moment in life to use that line, but I fear I will never find it. Continue. Sorry.
I'm sure
I'm not trying to interrupt your script reading here.
It's note taking. Fuck you.
Oh, it's no different than when it's my episode to run, and I'm reading off the script.
Well, yes. So for all the roasting we're doing about Bill Nye.
Oh, he kept us entertained,
Well, yes.
and we remember enough to talk about it now.
Yes.
So obviously he was successful.
So let's give the man his flowers.
Okay.
The man nailed a lot of fundamentals, which arguably that's where science doesn't change. At least until we
Right.
have some radical new fucking thought, like Einstein or Newton.
And
Newton's
for
law-
common people, it doesn't change that often.
Like
for the
us.
super smart people, it changes all the time. I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we don't cater to them.
I don't give a fuck.
We cater to us,
Yeah,
the some topic people. So
the people who want to give us money
correct.
because I'm poor.
Well, you're just broke.
Yeah, I'm poor.
Yes.
Help me, I'm poor. Guy math. Please, sir, may I have some more?
More what? Money?
Yes. My name's Jeff.
Oh, yeah, my name's Jeff. I like cock and balls.
What? I don't think that was a part of it. Unless you saw some deleted scenes I didn't see.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about, man. What scene are you thinking of?
Anyways, continue. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
21
whatever.
Jump Street. My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
Yes.
Newton's laws of motion, the water cycle, photosynthesis, gravity, electricity.
That works way too well for you listing off sciencey sounding things.
These basics haven't changed, and Bill's explanation made them accessible. He took stuff and you'd normally see in a dusty textbook, yeah? And turned it into something you'd actually remember, yeah?
This is why everybody thinks Italians are gay. It's that mafia voice. That fucking mafia voice. It's like, how do I ever take this guy serious?
Well, that's why you get fucked up later in the night.
Well, I mean, that's how they were able to catch you off guard with the Tommy gun. You're like, oh, what's a gay guy gonna do? Shoot me? Ha!
That's what he does.
Well, yeah, but anyways,
Do you
continue.
know how easy it is to get a Tommy gun?
I mean, now it's kind of hard.
Is it?
Yeah, they don't really make them anymore.
How many Tommies do you think there are in the tri-state area?
Well, tri-state is probably a lot more than anywhere else in the country.
Correct.
Now, how many are legally procured in the tri-state area? Far less.
Exactly, but in the tri-state, you get a man named Tommy, a gun. You have a Tommy gun.
God.
He has
Fucking
a
move on.
He has a proclivity towards
Fucking
shooting.
move on. Just finish what the fuck you're saying.
He took stuff you normally see, right? And the thing is, that wasn't just fluff. Studies showed that classrooms that used Bill Nye the Science Guy had higher science comprehension test scores. Teachers weren't just pressing play for a smoke break, even though smoke breaks were outdated. Well, okay, they probably did marijuana breaks back then. They weren't actually...
No, there was definitely a smoke break. Pot was illegal,
Yeah,
but cancer was recommended.
oh yeah. Free
Continue.
cancer sticks for everybody involved.
Yeah,
that
continue.
watch Bill Nye.
Nicotine's good for you.
Always. So's cancer.
Just not the smoke with the nicotine.
Oh.
Or the habits of nicotine.
So Bill Nye boosted learning. Those experiments still live rent-free in our brains, if you recall them. The baking soda volcanoes, timeless. The inertia demo with the tablecloth, iconic. His episodes on ecosystems and space travel still hold up, even if the graphics look like Windows 95.
Oh, his graphics were so bad.
Okay, and any motherfucker that doesn't know what Windows 95 is, just Google that shit.
Or just, jump on YouTube. Look up 8099 Bill Nye video. You'll know what we mean.
Another huge win. Bill Nye was talking about climate change back in the 90s when almost nobody else on kids' TV would touch the subject.
I think he was the one who was the first one to teach me that ice age are cyclical in production.
Well, again, he wasn't perfect on predictions, but the fact that he planted the seeds early was big. He probably helped with educating the populace on climate change. He was teaching kids not just what science was, but why it mattered to the future. And so I end this episode of the podcast so that way y'all can catch part 2 of where we go further in depth with Bill Nye.
Are we going to go more into which things have been updated since then? Or are we going to go in a little bit more depth about Bill Nye himself, his background?
So we'll go more into a deep dive on critiques on where Bill Nye stumbled.
Okay.
Just that in general.
Okay.
And we'll go by case.
Another episode where Sam's dumb. Got it.
That's every fucking episode.
Yeah, but it's only the smart ones where it's obvious.
Until next time.
And that's all for this week on Some Topic, the show where logic is seasonal, facts are optional, and the raccoons are 2 paychecks behind. If you're a liberal, please keep your critiques to yourself. Our unpaid interns have adopted a shoot first, shred later policy, and we're in a stand your ground state after all. HR has yet to get back to us with a solution, so stand by. To the rest of you, keep your coffee black, your sarcasm sharp, and your reality on airplane mode. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay caffeinated, and stay just interested enough to keep the surveillance squirrels guessing while we slip out the back.